mothers, and others. Next up, Laura Leeman is a candidate for Tarrant County Commissioner Court, Precinct 3, and you may have heard that she's running against a certain Republican. So we're going to let her tell us all about that and tell us why she is running for office. So, Laura, I'm going to let you take it away, but can you tell us your why? Why are you here and why are you running for office?
So my name is Laura Leeman, laurafortarrant.org. I am a mother. I am a small business owner. I am also a precinct chair, and I have been an activist and an advocate for years. Like someone else before me, Miss Lloyd, am a medical mom of 18 years, and I have been introduced in some forums as a pissed off mom, because frankly, just like those who spoke before me in education, especially with regards to teachers, the attacks on our healthcare system as well as our education system is something that is fiercely filling up my flame inside my belly. Commissioners are not legislators. So commissioners, most people don't really understand what a commissioner is or what they do, and they're pretty important. Basically, commissioners manage the tax funds that go through the county. They manage different county facilities such as hospitals, the sheriff's office, the county jail, roads, bridges, any infrastructure items. One of the things I find interesting is that they're actually very pivotal. So, and my seat in particular is very pivotal to Tarrant County, and I'm going to explain that. So there are 4 county commissioners. Seat 1 is currently held by a Democrat. Seat 2 is held by a Democrat. Seat 3 and 4 are held by Republicans currently, and the county judge is a Republican. 2 of the seats are up for election. So if in fact I were able to flip this particular seat, we would be in the majority. So, which is really essential because our current judge, Tim O'Hare, is also affiliated with the same person who I am up against, and they run in the same circles of people. So I am up against Matt Krause, former Representative Matt Krause. He ran against Paxton. He lost in that primary. He also ran for DA last year. He lost in that primary, and so sure enough, he wants to be a politician still. So he's running for this particular seat, and I understand that he thinks he's just going to walk into that seat because, of course, it's gerrymandered and it's very Republican. But I am not someone who is okay with someone just walking into a seat without having to fight for it. So I'm going to fight for it, and I think he deserves to fight for it as well. I have various priorities. Expanding public health, including mental health services, I think is really key. There's a homelessness issue, of course, in Fort Worth, and anything that I vote on, of course, I want to represent and would represent all of my precinct, but I'm thinking of the whole, not just the area that I serve. Whereas my area in particular, North Tarrant County, is home to lots of mega churches, lots of very powerful people, and considering that there are also a lot of people that are have a lot of money. So that includes South Lake, Colleyville, where I live, Hazlitt, but like the core is heavily one-sided. Let me just put it that way. If you're familiar with Grapevine Colleyville School District, I am a parent in that district. My son, I have a son, 11-year-old, that's currently going to school within the district. I've spoken at many school board meetings, very supportive of public education and supportive of teachers and all people. I have been disgusted by what I have seen in school board meetings, hearing people that have been scripted to attack teachers and students' rights as well. Those are things that stand out for me. I honestly, I have I was not really looking to run for anything in particular. I've always felt that my voice was stronger supporting other people, which is why I became very involved in politics, because as a medical mom and having to fight for healthcare when ACA was on the line, I connected the dots that everything is related to our children, to our families, to our future. And so, of course, I want to make sure that that future is going to be intact and respectful. So some of the things that I would like to see happen is I'd like to be a part of restoring sanity and respect. And I would like to see democracy stay in place. And I know that, or I feel that Tarrant County, the Commissioner's Court, is a very pivotal role to Tarrant County and the state. And so it is a really important seat, and I don't want it to be overlooked. When I sat in the Commissioner's Court, the first time that I sat in there, it happened to be a really busy day. And one of the things that was up for continuing funding is an organization called Girls Inc. I wasn't familiar with them, but what I soon saw, or what happened, was the same things that I saw in our school boards, which is they attacked Girls Inc. as if they were Planned Parenthood. Do you know what I mean? So they attacked them, saying horrible, vile things, the same disgusting things I've heard in school board rooms, which is awful. And I then quickly, all the dots connected for me, where I realized that not only are these people, and I say people, these people, I'm referring to the nationalists, I'm referring to Patriot Mobile, I'm referring to True Texas Project, et cetera. And they are the same people that come in our school boards. And I quickly put together that they're not just coming after small government, big government, they're coming after agencies. They're coming after things that they don't agree with. Investing in childcare is another issue that I certainly support, and I will always support, but I wanted to get back to how I decided to run. Like I said, I wasn't looking to run for anything. The idea was planted as a seed at a time when it was not something I would have considered. And then my life changed at the end of July when my older son passed away, and I found myself with a lot of time. And the energy that I have spent on advocating for him and for all children, all medical families, not just my child and not just myself, it needed to go somewhere. And so I did a lot of research by meeting a lot of different people before I decided that I was going to do this. And I know it's a shot in the dark, but I think it's worth trying. And I plan to use my platform as best I can to still be a voice where most people don't say the things that we all agree on.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for taking time and running for office and running against Matt Krause, who is just a horrible human being.